Welcome to a very special Butterbeer Banter episode. This is round number 23, and we are live on the social medias. Hello, everyone out there in the social media world. We are so excited to be with you today. And as you can see, I am not alone. I am joined with my co-hosts. First up, the one and only Atari Alex.
Very excited to be here.
And then, of course, we have our dear head boy, Brent Allen, with us.
What's up, everybody?
What is up? Well, I'll tell you what, this wasn't a day that I was expecting to have today. Outside of yesterday when we started getting a couple of little tease messages from some of the actors and actresses involved in this Harry Potter TV series that tomorrow, and there was starting rumors that a teaser / trailer was going to drop, and I had no idea that we were even close to getting this. So yeah, excited to be here, and just very excited to react to this video with you guys.
Could you imagine if we'd actually recorded our episode yesterday like we were supposed to?
Oh, I'd be very mad. So I'm kind of glad it worked out the way it did in a way, and we won't.
I'm glad you're glad. I'll tell you who's not glad.
Well, we'll save that for the episode. You can tune into the episode tomorrow if you want to hear about that story.
Yeah, that's what they call a tease in the biz.
Yeah. So as you all have probably already seen, we do have this teaser that had come out for the Harry Potter TV series, and I have seen it multiple times, but Alex and Brent have not seen it yet at all.
So what we're saying is Joe cheated. Alex and I are still good.
When stuff like this happens, I can't help myself but watch it right away. I get these guys, they have more strong will than I do when it comes to this kind of stuff. So what we're going to do on this episode right here with all of you, we are going to play this teaser, and Alex and Brent are going to see it for the very first time. And then afterwards, we are going to react to it. We got a couple people here. We got Lauren in the house. What up, Lauren?
Here we go.
She's got her wine and jelly beans, and she's ready to go.
Both better be butterbeer flavored wine. Ooh, what would that be like?
I don't know, but with all the butterbeer flavored different things that have been coming out recently, it wouldn't surprise me if something like that comes out. Yeah. Very short, like a butterbeer liqueur that you can add into.
Oh, I'm sure that already exists. I really am.
Yeah, it's called butterscotch toffee. Liqueur. What have you?
Yeah.
We got another one in the house. Michelle, how we doing?
What's up, Michelle?
Welcome. We also have Lavender
White.
Hello, welcome everybody. I know people are going to be kind of popping in and out here, so we're going to get to it. I'm excited to talk about some of the things that are in this teaser. Again, Alex and Brent do not know what's in this, so
well, yeah. To be fair, I'm guessing Alex and I have a pretty good guess as far as what's coming. just throwing that out there, going out on a limb. It's possible we got a good idea, even if we haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
Predictions being what they are.
The reaction, it dropped at 3 p.m. Eastern time.
Did it really?
Today.
Wow.
Yes. And it has been blowing up.
Oh, of course it has.
All of social media ever since. So we're going to get...
it was one of those things, like I saw the pictures yesterday that all said tomorrow, but I didn't see the word tomorrow. I was just looking at the picture, and we were talking like about the pictures and whatever. And it came across, I think I was looking at it on our Discord feed for our patrons, right? Like I was looking at it and then I saw the word tomorrow and I was like, wait, that's today. What do they mean? I figured it out. I was like, are we getting a trailer? That's what it was? And I started, it was probably right around 3:00 or so, maybe 2:30 or so. And I started looking on YouTube and I didn't find it yet. And then Joe sent a text message and was like, the trailer dropped. And I was like, oh, I didn't have a chance. He's like, we're going to react to it. I was like, oh, well, I guess I shouldn't watch it then. Okay, fine.
There's not many things that can pull all three of us together on a quote unquote off night to meet, especially after 10 p.m. Eastern time, in order to put up an emergency podcast. But this is the one thing that would do it. So we're going to get set up here and we'll be ready to go here. We got our little Brady Bunch set up here in the corner. And I'll get the screen share going.
Come on, Alex, high five.
All right, gentlemen, are we ready?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right. Playing the HBO Max teaser for Harry Potter Season 1.
I told you.
Is that Vernon? Yeah.
You are a normal boy. And you're going to start acting like one. You think you're something special? There is nothing special about you.
I've always wanted to know about my parents.
Your parents were the kindest, bravest people I ever met. They were funny and clever. And they stood up for what they believed was right. The next time I see you, we'll be in Hogwarts.
Mr. Potter, I think we can expect great things from you. Let's see who you are.
So good.
Whoa.
Are you really Harry Potter?
Check the signage. And then,
Christmas!
bam!
Christmas! This year! Not next
This
year,
year!
this year! Whoa! What, for $10.99 a month? Whoa! That's cheaper than Audible.
Well, there we go. The teaser for Season 1, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Did you catch that?
I did.
They did not Americanize this bad boy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm grateful for that because I get why they would have done it back in 1995 or whenever the book came out. It's not needed at this point at all.
I agree.
Yeah. And then when it said Christmas 2026, I felt so vindicated because everyone was telling me, no, it ain't coming early 2027 or definitely not January. And I was just like, no, I think it would come early.
Yeah.
And then people were just like, bogus, no way. And then 2026, yes, Christmas. I wonder if they mean like Christmas as in like Christmas week, like Christmas Day. I don't know what day Christmas falls on.
Christmas season, probably, I would imagine.
Which, let me tell you, it's going to throw a whole wrench into our schedule that we have already planned. But we'll find a way to work it out.
It's okay. We can adjust.
We can adjust and we will adjust 100%. So, Brent, I'll go to you first. What did you think? We had a 2-minute teaser. What stood out to you?
Gosh, man. There was so much, but there's so much of this that is very, very familiar. But what I'm really grateful is so much more of it is it feels different. Petunia feels entirely different. She like even looking at this, the Dursleys in the films almost felt cartoonish compared to like what we're watching Petunia cut his hair. I'm like, my heart is being wrenched. I don't just hate them like they did in the films. Like I am feeling so bad for Harry in that moment, and he looks so distraught. And to see him like getting a woman, he's like, "There's nothing special about you," and then he gets that letter, and you're like, "Yeah, oh my god, yeah!" It's so good. I love the music. The music behind this is brand new, brand freaking new, and I loved it. And we didn't need the dun 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 dun. We didn't need Hedwig's theme. It was great, and I love like the timing of like the knocks on the door, like to the music, the dunk 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 dunk. Man, I thought Dudley looked great. He looks honestly so much better than whoever the kid, I forget his name, the kid who played him in the films. And nothing against him, just this Dudley looks like a freaking bully menace, you know. So yeah, I am super excited. I'm sure we'll get into it, but the first look at Snape, that was neat to see. We've all been super curious what that was going to wind up looking like. We've seen the photoshops and the AIs and stuff, and that now we actually see what he's going to look like. I can't wait to see him in context, because you want to hear the voice, you want to see his mannerisms and how he carries himself, and does he ooze Snape, because so many people are going to make judgments on this, as they already are, just based off the casting, and then they're going to make more judgments just based on a single, effectively a still photo is really all we got, right? Like that might have been 29 frames, which is 1 second. Like that's nothing. We have not seen Papa, how to forget how you say his name, but we have not seen Snape yet. Let's just be clear with that, right? Dumbledore, we had a new look of Dumbledore with a hat, which I thought was very interesting. I got to tell you though, just speaking as a big guy, right? Seeing Hagrid on that subway talking to Harry and nobody around him staring, I was like, no, that's no. Everybody's staring at Hagrid in that moment. All of them. Outside of that, I mean, I will tell you this. I have never been more excited for this series than I am right now. And I actually was not excited for this series when they announced it, because I don't need us to retread the Harry Potter core stuff yet again. I want more expansion. I want us to go forward in the timeline. I want to see all of that. But I got to tell you, this served its job, at least as far as I'm concerned. I'm in for the series. I really want to see it.
Absolutely. Yeah, I am super pumped for it. Brent, I agree with what you said. I felt like they were setting a whole different kind of tone to what this was from the get-go. Like it was a much more serious kind of tone than what Christopher Columbus ended up doing with Sorcerer's Stone and Chamber of Secrets. It just, I don't know, it felt more real.
It feels almost abusive at this point.
Yeah.
You know, which we would all describe that originally from the books and even from the first series. But this one, actually, they throw him in that room. There's not even a mattress on the floor, or at least it didn't look like it. You know, throwing him in the cupboard under the stairs and just letting it, I mean, oh my gosh. It's going to be something else.
Yeah. I do see your comments coming in. Keep the comments coming in. We will eventually get to them. So don't think I'm ignoring you. I promise I'm not. We'll get to them in a little bit. But I do want to throw it to Alex. Alex, what stood out to you about this teaser?
So the first thing that I felt about halfway through was this trailer feels extremely cinematic. Like I feel like I'm watching a trailer for a movie and not a TV show, which is kind of good and bad, because like, you know, we know that this is a series, and I think we've talked a lot about the benefits that that's going to have for being able to get all that rich detail in there that people like to complain about the movies lacking. But at the same time, as someone who just loves cinema as a medium, I was very excited. And I think you guys nailed it when you said like, this just feels a lot more serious, like heavy in a way that especially the first movie doesn't. There's a lot of whimsy in that movie, which is fine. I love the first movie, don't get me wrong, but like, yeah, like the music is very light and upbeat and it's very bright, and it's just Harry like exploring this world that is totally brand new to him. And this, obviously, just this short little snapshot of what we're gonna get doesn't feel that way. It does. They made it feel very kind of intense. So that was really good. Yeah, I thought everything else was really really cool. And yeah, I mean, I was already excited, but I think I'm even more excited now. I think the one, like the other detail that like really popped out to me, and this is so silly, but I'm actually very excited for it, is that when he was ripping open the package of the broom, that it wasn't just the broom by itself wrapped up. It was in a box, and there was some kind of logo for the Nimbus company on there or whatever. I thought that was a really cool touch. I'm really not that, you know, there's going to be a lot more to see in the actual series, but I was like, oh, I really like that they like changed this one visual detail. And there's lots of others. The knocking you talked about, the subway, we don't see them doing that, or I'm sorry, the tube as they call it. You know, that's not in the movies or anything. So yeah, like there's we talked a lot about like what is the point, what are they doing differently, why are they doing this now? And I think just in this 2 minutes we saw almost things that were all entirely new. You know, maybe like
Absolutely.
The train sequence with the trio is maybe one of the only things that looked very extremely similar to what we got in the first movie. So
but even that they did it differently. You know, like when Ron sits there and asks Harry, do you really have the scar? Like I expected Ron to be like, do you really have the, and for Harry to be like, oh yeah, and pull his hair back. Like that's what I expected. That's not what they did in the show. Like it is different, even though it had that same feel to it, to your point there, Alex.
Yeah. So yeah, I thought this was a great first look, and I can't wait to see more.
Yeah. There were so many things when I went through it, and of course then had to go back through it, and then I went back again, and then went back again. And I'm like piecing together and looking at all these little different things. So I do want to kind of slightly break it down. We're not going to go frame by frame or anything crazy like that on this, but just want to pull out certain things that we did see. Like the first being, okay, we're starting, of course, we get this Petunia voiceover where she's basically telling Harry he's nothing, over on top of the fact that we are getting to see Harry in a Muggle school with Dudley, and then getting bullied. And we're probably going to see those incidental magic that Harry ends up doing.
Yeah.
Hopefully the one where he jumps to the top of the school.
That'd be
that was always the one of the funnier ones.
Well, I think we're definitely going to see him growing his hair back out overnight, and Petunia getting pissed off about that.
Yeah.
So we're certainly getting a couple of that. And then, of course, we see Harry get the letter, and it jumps to Hagrid and Harry. And my first impression of Hagrid, taking into everything, he almost, I'm not, I think Nick Frost looks great as Hagrid. Like, it looked better than some of the pictures. I think I had a conversation with Lauren about that pre-show, where some of the pictures kind of like, he looks real good in this. But he does come across to me a little soft in what we see out of these 2 minutes. And I hope we get to see a little bit more like bruteness from him. Some like, I'm a freaking giant and I could destroy you kind of thing, as opposed to like him just being this just sweet, charming guy.
You mean the guy who's doing snow angels on the field? Down
right. Yeah. Like,
oh my gosh.
Like, I don't know what to think about that scene. Him doing snow angels.
I want to know what led to it. I want to see what happened to lead to it, because that's not in the book, and I'm okay with it.
Harry winning a Quidditch match would be my guess, because they play Quidditch in the snow too.
There you go. I'll take that.
But yeah, he seems like kind of soft, and I hope that's not the case. I hope they show some of that, the more like the rugged side of Hagrid, because obviously he does, get into it throughout the series with certain things, and I want to be able to, I guess, see the fullness of what Hagrid is. There's like a fine balance that needs to be played when it comes to Hagrid.
I'm sure they will, because Hagrid can't be big, gruff, giant troll all of the time. He has to be lovable. He has to be, I want to hug you.
Mm-hmm.
And then he has to be able to turn around and be like, stuff it, Dursley, you great prune, or, whatever he says, and bending a rifle butt. And
right.
He's got to have all of that stuff to him as well. So I can see, just based on what we saw here, the potential for the range that Nick Frost could bring to this role. What I'm really eager to see, because I remember one of the things I said when we first saw like some of the set photos was like, hey, it looks like Robbie Coltrane's like stunt double. Like that was kind of the impression. I'm like, kind of like I said earlier with Snape, like I need to see him fully moving, and I want to see more of his lines, and I want to see how he really portrays this character, because I think he really could bring something very different than what Robbie Coltrane did.
Yeah.
And it could also be really great as well. Like, not taking anything away from Robbie Coltrane, just it's a different interpretation, and it could be just as great.
And I was very happy he didn't try to do Robbie's voice.
Yes.
So that too will take a little bit of getting used to, but just in the short couple of sentences that we hear Hagrid speak, I could see it. It feels okay to me. Like, it doesn't feel totally off. So I'm sure it'll be fine once once we get the whole series and we're actually seeing him in full motion there. I think we'll be good. We see a quick little scene on platform 9 3/4. Harry like running at the entrance. That looks like that'll be fun. Better do it at a quick run. Well, he goes full-fledged. Let's go. The train looks really good. Wouldn't have expected anything less. Hogwarts. Once we get to Hogwarts, I don't think we saw like a silhouette of Hogwarts that's like iconic like the first one. I don't think we've gotten that yet, but we do see a couple of things from inside Hogwarts. And the one note that I made was Hogwarts looks familiar but different.
Yes. I think honestly, Joe, if that's what we say about pretty much this whole series, it looks familiar, but it's different, I will be very happy with everything. Like, it should look familiar. We should be familiar with it, but it should look new. It should look fresh. It should look different. And I think you're right about Hogwarts, especially because we understand they're using a lot of the same sets, right? A lot of the same standing sets, or the old sets, I guess they had in storage or something like that. I know they built new ones, but also,
yeah.
So that'll be, like, okay, familiar but different. The Sorting Hat.
I like the Sorting Hat, how they did it. It kind of had like a stitched mouth.
Yeah, you could immediately tell that it was different from the original. Just like the color, the shape, everything was
the material it's made out of. But also it looked like the Sorting Hat. You could definitively see the face inside of the hat when it was sitting there. So yeah, it was really neat.
Lauren makes a comment here. So intrigued by the classrooms. I totally agree with that. The herbology class, like, that looked really cool.
I didn't see that one. I didn't. Oh yeah, I'll have to go back and watch for that one again.
Yeah. I mean, it jumps so quickly, and to be honest, I don't even remember an herbology class from the very first book. I could be wrong.
If they had it, I would imagine it was probably just in passing. Like, it was just mentioned as a class in passing, not one that really got featured until year 2.
Yeah, I know they obviously had it, but I don't remember any specific scene that happens in herbology.
No, I don't think so.
One of the things I also want to bring up was the whole Quidditch aspect. Like, Quidditch looks really cool. I know we haven't seen any action yet, but just the way like the outfits looked and the aesthetic looked, that looks like it's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
We got a small glimpse of Ollivander.
Yeah, he looked again another familiar but different. And frankly, like, while I love John Hurt, I might like this guy a little bit better, to be honest with you. Like, he kind of fits that Ollivander look to him. Like, he's very mysterious, very dark, but not. I don't know. John Hurt's Ollivander was almost, at least in the first one, like he was really old. Is whimsical the right word? Like, this one looked more serious, I think might be the exact phrase. I like this one. I like this Ollivander.
I think it's too early to tell because we only got really like 1 or 2 lines from him. But
his voice sounded so good.
Yeah, I do think there's a lot of potential there. I think he's going to be really, really good. Lauren chimes in here saying, I love the look of the show. Still has some of the nostalgia of the films, but it's definitely fresh and staying close to the book. I agree 100%. Lavender says, I like the new uniforms. Not sure about the new Hogwarts crest.
Ooh, I didn't notice a new crest.
Yeah,
interesting.
It was very, very subtle. You wouldn't see it, but basically the original crest in Hogwarts has like the suit of armor. The new crest is like an H that's, I guess, kind of in a tree with roots growing down and then branches growing out. So it's not like a coat of arms crest kind of thing. It's something totally new. So yeah, something definitely interesting. We'll probably break that down, the meaning of that at a later point. Lavender X, have you seen the official images that were posted? If you're talking about the ones of Dumbledore and Snape and McGonagall, yes. And speaking of which, since we just brought that up, we do get our first glimpse of Snape here. Snape, obviously, with a controversial casting, and we were unsure about how he would look, and now we got this first look of him. I will say that I'm kind of digging it right now. If I'm telling the truth, I like that they did the like the dreads, the braids, instead of straight hair. I'm glad they didn't go that route, like some of the memes were doing. And I also like his outfit, to be honest. It's very different. It's sort of kind of Death Theater-y vibe, but just like new. Obviously, he's quote unquote not a part of the Death Eaters yet at this point. So I don't know if he switches up to some sort of other kind of robes than what we've seen from that picture. But I'm digging the overall aesthetic of what he's putting out there. I like the choice that they made there. What were your guys' thoughts on seeing Snape for the brief moment, and if you guys did see the picture, that photo?
Yeah, I did see the picture. I think the dreads was a better choice than the straight hair. I'd seen like a photoshopped image of him with very long straight hair going around before this, and I think the dreads do look better. He reminds me of Lee Jordan from the movies, which is, I mean, it is what it is. I think people are making too big of a deal about the hair. I feel
they're making too big of a deal about everything in regards to that casting.
That's very true. But I think because the only movie that I believe I've seen him in was Men, which I talked about last week. It was a really good movie, and he's bald. He just has no no head hair and facial hair, and I feel like he could have pulled that look off for Snape. Just piss off everybody. I mean, if you're gonna do it, just go all the way. I don't think he really needed to have the dreads personally, but I think he looks good. And yeah, that the outfit that he's wearing, it well, it's probably more so like the background. He's like standing in the snow, right? It really gives me Game of Thrones vibes.
It's also like this like weird zipper thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like, I'm looking at it right now. Yeah,
like I wouldn't have expected, I guess, that kind of but it does. It looks like an updated kind of version of what the series was.
Well, he looks like he's wearing like an old cracked leather jacket underneath his robe, or like it almost looks like a trench coat, to be honest with you, that he's wearing. And it yeah.
I know, I'm digging it. I kind of like it. I want to see I want to see him in action. I'm really
I tell you what, I really hope. I know there's been a lot of talk here recently where the actor has given some interviews saying that he's gotten some death threats and other reactions and stuff, which is honestly and really sadly isn't super surprising. People get very brave behind keyboards and microphones, especially when their name or their face doesn't have to be out there. But I hope for people who are more of our mind, and I think the three of us are probably on the same page with this, like we don't mind it, and he actually looks really kind of cool. I hope people can also feed positivity back to him as an actor and let him know that he's not just hanging out there on his own. You know, because he does look cool, and I am as I said, I'm very excited to see what he brings to the character and how he portrays and pulls this off. I'm not a big fan of the way they chose to do the voice for Snape for the full cast audio drama for the new. I'm just not. It just doesn't. There's something that doesn't hit for me on that. I'm not going to give death threats to the actor, who, by the way, I think he's like, his heritage is like Indian, like from Indian, like, you know. So I don't, you know, people can be whatever. It's fine. I just want to see how they portray it and pull it off. But yeah, I think he looks great. This costume looks great. I feel like I could reach out and feel this costume, and it feels like something like I would actually wear, like not just a costume I would pick up from the parks, you know. Like I feel like this could be an interesting wear. So yeah,
he has a look on his face like Dumbledore just told him that he has to ref the next Quidditch match.
Right.
And he's like, seriously?
Right.
We also got a new Dumbledore image though too, and I think John Lithgow looks much better than I expected him to look. I don't know if you've seen that new Dumbledore photo, and his beard is super duper long, which I appreciate.
Which photo of him are we talking? The one in the hat? Is that the one we're talking about, or
not the one from the trailer, the teaser that we just saw, that had like the nice kind of brim hat? There's another one that they dropped, which is, I guess, kind of like an official photo.
He's also wearing a hat.
He's also wearing a hat, but not the same kind of hat. I don't know if
it's a wizardy hat. Yeah, I did see that. Which makes me, because I could be wrong, but in the trailer his beard looked much shorter, and a little bit more scruffy. So that makes me think that was from a flashback.
Yes, and from what I hear, they are doing a lot of flashback. Well, not a lot, but they are doing some flashbacks in this. We are getting some scenes that we have not seen in the book. There's a rumor out there that feels confirmed at this point that we're going to get the scene where Hermione gets her letter from Hogwarts, like how that whole thing went down. So that's pretty exciting. And there's a couple of other things also. And then, of course, we get McGonagall too, even though it was like briefly in the teaser, and then there was another photo that was dropped of McGonagall. I'm referring to this one right here. I'm excited to hear them in action. Like, okay, I've got the visual. Now I want to hear it. I want to see what it looks like when it's put together.
Yeah. Yes. I'm ready to see the show. I don't like the fact we have to now wait till Christmas and it's March. Seriously.
Well, it's better than having to wait a whole nother year.
This just occurred to me though. Let's assume it comes out on Christmas Day, right? The trailer drops today. Today's date, March 25th. It would be exactly 9 months from the day.
That's true.
Well, if they timed it to be 9 3/4 months from when they dropped it, that would be impressive.
That would be that'd be such a deep cut, man.
Christmas this year does fall on a Friday. I don't know if Fridays are normal episode drop days. I feel like Thursdays are normal drop days, or Sunday.
I think if they're going to plan on dropping a show on Christmas Day, it doesn't matter what day of the week it's going to be. They'll drop it on Christmas Day.
But will they keep the Friday day going forward? I think. I do think that the first episode is going to be on Christmas Day, just based on the way that it was phrased in the trailer, not like
right.
It didn't say like Christmas season or whatever. So saying Christmas 2026 makes me think December 25th. I could be wrong, but we'll see. But yeah, whether or not it'll continue dropping on Fridays every week remains to be seen. I could see it staying that way. I could see it going somewhere else another day of the week. It doesn't really matter to me personally, but I can't wait.
Yeah. Any final thoughts that you guys have on the teaser? Any other things you might have heard about the TV show? Any final words you'd like to share with the community that's on with us? By the way, thank you guys for tuning in. This will actually go out on the feed as a Butterbeer banter as soon as I can turn this around and edit it and get it out there to you guys.
I will I'm looking at some of these stills of the characters and stuff from the thing, and one thing I'm noting, and I feel like we've speculated on this or we've talked about this, but just now that we see it, how much younger everybody looks. Like McGonagall looks significantly younger than Dame Maggie Smith. The Dursleys look significantly younger than their counterparts from the films. Snape looks significantly younger, and also they are.
They're supposed to be, yes,
right, exactly. Like they're supposed to be of this age. So man, I don't know. I'll say it again. This has done its job in making me actually excited. So far, I've just sort of been, I'm a Harry Potter fan. It's fine. It's coming. It's not what I wanted, but fine. I'll watch it. But now I'm like, okay, I really want to see this now.
That's kind of how we all expected it was going to go anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's a great trailer. Truly. It did exactly what it's supposed to do. Just like give you just enough, just a little tease to get you hooked. And I'm sure they're going to continue drip feeding this throughout the rest of the year until its final release time. But I'm really glad we did this. Got to live react, and just can't wait for something new to come out so we can dissect that too.
Yeah, you took one of my takes, Alex. Like, this is the very first teaser that they're doing, and we got a whole lot of time till Christmas, so we know we're gonna get a few more. We're gonna get like a full-on trailer at some point, I'm sure, of this, and I would imagine it would have a little bit more of, I guess, what happens towards the end of this book. I know I think just recently filmed, or even are still filming, the end of this very first book currently, so that they didn't have a lot to be working with. So I can't wait to see some of the other stuff that we're going to eventually get in this series. And then the other thing that I'll say, and I saw this take online and I agree with it completely, and if I had who said it, I would shout them out, but I don't. This series like it's going to be determined based on the chemistry of the trio. And like I do think the trio, they look great. I think everyone I think they look adorable together. If they can get that chemistry on point between them and just build upon that as they film these series, then like I feel like it's gonna be very successful. Obviously, there are other factors that will make it successful too, but that chemistry between those three has to be spot on, because if it's not, then I think the whole show can crumble. And it's just the whole thing's gonna feel off. So having those three together, like they need to be spot on. So I'm really hoping that they do. I'm hopeful that they will be good. And so far, so good. And yeah, this was an unexpected surprise for the week.
Yeah.
And I'm certainly open for it, open to it, welcome to it. And hopefully we'll have a couple more surprises too that don't throw a wrench into our schedule. So thank you, Brent. Thank you, Alex, for jumping on tonight. Thank you, community, for tuning in. I do want to remind everyone real quick, since this is technically still Wednesday, March 25th, we are recording tomorrow. Tune in tomorrow on Patreon if you want to watch round 1 of our Tales from Godric's Hollow Magical March Madness tournament. This is some of our biggest episodes that we do each year. It's a lot of fun. We got a whole bracket tournament to crown a Wizarding World champion. It's going to be fantastic. We're so looking forward to recording this. So we will be recording that tomorrow evening. Will be round 1. And then next week, we're going to finish off the tournament. So head on over to Patreon, patreon.com/Tales from Godric's Hollow. And for any tier amount, you'll be able to watch us live doing that.
And when you tune in, you will find out why Alex thinks I'm so much scarier to face in this tournament than Lauren ever was.
I don't know. Have you heard Lauren on the previous tournaments? I won't go there. But once again, thank you everyone for tuning in. We'll see you next time for another edition of Butterbeer Banter. And don't forget, follow us on the feeds. So long.